those of you that I haven't met, my name is Jim Lake. I'm the park president here. And today really is an opportunity for me to hear from you. I do want to spend about 10 or 15 minutes hopefully providing some helpful information about things that are coming up and things that we're working on. But then I'm going to turn it over to all of you to ask any questions that you want to ask, to provide any input or feedback that you want to provide. I can take it. Be tough on me if you need to be. It's good. It's my ultimate goal really is to make this park the best park of all theme parks in the world. We have a lot of work to do, I recognize that, but we're going to chip away at it. We're going to work hard to make it a great experience for all of you. And you're our most valued guest. And your comments are going to be more meaningful than anything anyone else can tell us. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm going to sit here in the hot seat. And I'm gonna, again, just take a few minutes to go over a few things. I have some notes, and then I'll hand it over to all of you for your feedback, your thoughts, your questions. We're looking at our craft beer festival and replacing it with something potentially more interesting for you. And so I don't know exactly where we're gonna land yet. We have a couple of options, but that will likely change a little bit. The other thing that we wanna really do more of this year is exclusive events just for you all. So I don't know how many of you had a chance to come to our zoo event that we had just a little over a week ago. Good turnout and really good feedback, and I thought the team pulled off some really cool experiences for you all, and that's the type of event that we're going to continue to try to do more of for all of you, because we want to provide this group, the past members, with unique experiences that nobody else can have access to. The other thing that I really love, I just wanted to mention to this group, I've had an opportunity over the last 2 years to get to know many of you personally, and I really appreciate that. So I would like to personally invite all of you to come out on November 16th, the evening of November 16th. That is going to be our past member preview night, and it's the night before we actually open all of our Christmas activities to everyone. But we want you to see it first. We also want you to be able to come get your ornament. So we'll have your ornament again for you this year. It's going to be a shark. It's pretty cool looking. And then our activations this year will be fairly similar to last year. We're going to have Santa and his reindeer. So Donner and Blitzen are coming back to visit us again this year for the holidays. We are going to have a bigger and better Mrs. Claus parade, which will be a lot of fun. We're going, in this building right here, we're going to have a Christmas sing-along with our classic characters. So Opie Otter and friends will be doing a sing-along show in here. That will be a lot of fun. And then if you happen to have seen Stocking Full of Soul last year, the show that was in Mission Bay Theater during Christmas last year, it was actually our #1 rated show. We're making that show bigger, and we're taking it to the big stage in Nautilus Amphitheater, and I think everyone's really going to love that show this year, so you won't want to miss that. And then Rudolph and his friends will be here as well with our Christmas tree out by Wild Arctic. So we have a lot in store for Christmas with all of our lights and with all of our music, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about Christmas being here. And then next slide, we have we're going to do a special food lanyard this year. So we're really, and I'll talk about food and beverage more in a minute, but we're really focusing on trying to provide new and unique food and beverage experiences. So we're going to have a punch card this year so that you can do the food samples. And our food and beverage team has been working really hard on creating some great food products. I get to taste all of those, which is probably not the greatest thing for me, but it sure tastes good. I think we've got a lot of exciting food in store for you this year. And then today, on your way out, you're going to actually get to sample some of those food items that we're going to have for the holidays. So you can sample them while you're here and give us some direct feedback while you're tasting them. And you know, one thing I've realized over the 2 years being here is the zoo side of things, our marine life side of our business is our core. That's what we're all about. It's our foundation. It's really important, and it's very unique. And without your support, we couldn't do this. And so I really appreciate the support that you all give us in that regard and help our awesome zoo team. I'll tell you, my most rewarding experience since being in this role was you probably have heard the story of Freeway. He's a sea lion who actually got out of the ocean and made his way out onto the freeway. And some good Samaritans kind of stopped traffic, and they called us, and our team went out and rescued Freeway and brought him back here and got him all healthy. And then I got to go out on the boat to let Freeway go back into his habitat, and that was so amazing. And so I was talking to him like the whole way out there, got to build a good relationship with Freeway, we became good friends. And then when we got there, I lifted up the hatch and I let him out, and he jumped back into the ocean, and it was pretty emotional. And then what was even more cool is another sea lion came up, and the two of them swam off together. And so it was great. Now Freeway ended up getting out again and came back here. That's a whole another story, but he knew where he could get 3 square meals a day and be with some of his friends. But that was just going out and doing that. It really hit me like this is the core of our business and it's so important. And I've been able to convince some folks that we need to. I love rides. I grew up in a ride environment. We need to focus on the core of our business a little bit here over the next few years. And so that's our priority. We've got some cool things planned that we're working on, and we've got another plan that we're developing that is like in its infant stages. That's going to be really cool too. So, but to that point. March 21st, 1964 is the day that SeaWorld opened, and that means that this coming up year is our 60th anniversary. And so we really want to put a lot into celebrating our 60th anniversary. We're still working on it, but our parade this summer will be a 60th celebration parade, which will be a lot of fun. We'll do a 60th anniversary character show here in Mission Bay Theater. We're gonna have a fireworks show that celebrates the 60th for us. And we're working on some other plans too that I can't really talk about yet, but I think will be really, really cool. And then we are going to relaunch pen trading, and I know a lot of you are really into that. And so we have a new corporate leader in charge of merchandise, and he actually is from Disney and understands pen trading really well. So we've connected, and Tyler. If you've met Tyler, he's our in-park revenue vice president. He's in the back there. He's connected with Donald, and we have a plan. And my goal is to release new pins weekly that you can't get anywhere else. That'll be unique, and you'll be the first ones to be able to get them here. And I know that all the other past members from the other parks that love pin trading will be very jealous of you because you'll have pins that they can't get. And I think right now it's the opposite of that, so we need to change that. We need to be the leaders in that, so that's our goal. Sometime around March, we're looking to do a big launch and be able to actually have a program that's sustainable where we can release new pins on a regular basis and make it meaningful and a lot of fun for all of us to participate in. So you have that to look forward to, and something I'm excited about. I'm passionate about pin trading, and we just haven't been able to get it off the ground, and it's frustrating, but we're going to do it this time. The cool thing about Jellyfish is they're just mysterious, unique creatures, and we can do a lot of really fun things with them, with lighting. This building that we're doing is going to be really cool. It's going to be really mysterious. It's going to be really artful. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of colorful lights and unique species, and it's just going to be something that I'm really, really excited about. And along the way, it's a great conservation message too, and I'm learning more and more every day. But even yesterday, we had a gentleman here, and he was showing us like how. And I've actually seen it when Eric took me out on the boat. We saw a couple of cases of this where the plastic bags floating in the ocean kind of look like jellyfish. And I don't know if you know that turtles eat jellyfish, and they can mistake a plastic bag floating in the ocean for a jellyfish and eat that plastic bag, which is obviously not good for them. So there's a great conservation message here. There's a really fun attraction here. It's a great sleepover space for us, for the kids that come and do sleepovers. They're going to love that facility. We're specifically designing in special event places so we can do really cool events there as well. So we're really excited about this Jellyfish exhibit. And then the last thing I wanted to kind of talk about, well, two things before I hand it over to all of you. Food and beverage. You know, every Wednesday I get our guest satisfaction scores. Every Wednesday I read all of the comments from all of our guests that write about the experience that they've had here. And there's a variety, obviously, of things that they write about. And our scores are, I guess, they're certainly not to my standard. They're all right. They're better than they were. the last couple of years, but we have a long way to go. And food and beverage is one of those areas that we've really been concentrating on because we do get a lot of comments about the quality of our food. And so that's something that I want to, even after today, I want to hear from you all about how we're doing because we are uber focused on our food and beverage. Hamburger kind of is a hamburger. We've just recently got a new hamburger patty that we really like. So we think the hamburger is going to be in a good place. We changed French fries a while ago, if you all happen to notice that, and I really like the French fries a lot better now than they were before, and they hold temperature a lot better too, and so they're better. And so we've been focusing on trying to get the basic menu right. That's like, I call those items like theme park food. And then we're layering in new items. We brought salmon back to Shipwreck. We brought ribs back to Shipwreck. We added orange chicken over at Explorers Cafe. And we're working on other signature items that if you really want to kind of have an upscale meal, that food offering is there as well. So I know that we charge a lot for our food, so the food better be good if we're going to charge those kind of prices. I don't set the prices, by the way, but I wanted to provide a little bit of information, make this somewhat informative, but again, the goal is to hear from all of you, so I am ready. If you have a question, I think there's microphones that can come around, and go ahead and fire away. But your point about our ambassadors, our leadership team meets every Thursday afternoon, and for some time now, we've been talking about, I see it all the time. Like, I'll be standing next to or in earshot of one of our ambassadors, and a guest will ask a question, and it's the wrong answer, and I have to jump in and help out, and that's our fault. That's on us. So we've actually been having a couple of, we call them kind of assessing guest service forums with our ambassadors, and asking them where they think the gaps are, what's frustrating for them. And they are frustrated too because they don't get all of the information that they need. And so we've taken all of that information from those forums, and we're starting to create training so that we can get better with that, because I absolutely agree with you, that's an opportunity for us, and we're committed to try to fix that. Thanks for pointing that out, though. I actually just completed an 18-page deck of our upper leadership asked me, what are the things you need to fix if you want to make this park look presentable, more modern, and have a good, clean look to it. And I just put it together, 18-page deck of the top priorities that I would have that I think would really move the needle. So I'm hoping that I can get some funding as a result of that proposal, since they're asking for me to put that together, because we're trying to get money to do that. That I think will really, really help with a lot of the things that you're talking about, because we need that. A lot of our ticketing and the things that we offer and the processes that you have to go through to activate things, I think are somewhat antiquated. We really do need to get more modern systems and make the systems easier to access. So I'm on a bi-weekly call about our technology and about our systems, and we bring these issues forward, and they're trying to prioritize and work through some of those things. So we'll definitely take that feedback back. I've also heard the same thing you just said about the spacing of the tickets. I think that's kind of interesting as well. So, but we'll continue to take that feedback to the team as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're never going to be able to ride it. We're actually dismantling it currently. That ride had really, really poor reliability. It was broken down really more than it operated. It was a weird design, kind of fit in a weird place, and I know a lot of people really liked it, but we had to make the decision to take it out of the park. So I apologize, it's not there, and it's not going to be, but hopefully some of the other rides like Arctic Rescue and Emperor and those rides will be fun for you too, but unfortunately Tidal Twister won't be with us any longer. And so, I mentioned earlier, we're working on some plans, and if you've noticed that we have a wall up over there where Tidal Twister was, and we're also taking out the old Aquaria building that used to be, and I know, because it's condemned, it wasn't my choice. I actually, when I first got here, I was like, hey, we've got these great aquariums, why aren't they open? Let's get these things open. And then we had a engineer come through and say, like, this building's not safe to even be in. So, but I mentioned we're working on something. That's that area between Tidal Twister and Aquaria. That's a great piece of land right there, and it's right up against our rescue area. So I think we're going to do something really cool there in the next 2 years. That's an area that we're focusing on. If you all remember, last Christmas we brought back the Sea Lion and Otter Christmas show for about a week until I got in big trouble. I wasn't new at the time, so I could kind of claim ignorance. But it's more of a kind of a company perspective on that, but we are working on trying to make progress with that. In fact, I know that there's actually a new Sea Lion and Otter show in development right now. I've expressed over and over again that our animals are magnificent, presentations are awesome, but the entertainment value is kind of not where it used to be, and everybody, I hear about it a lot. So we'll continue to try to make progress there, but it's been kind of a touchy subject. So, but I do appreciate that. And then on the parking thing, I just got access to the cameras, so I can actually now see what's happening in the tolls and everywhere in the park whenever I want to. And that's one of the places I've been watching. And then I think I saw Steven in here somewhere. He's our operations VP. And then I'll call him and say, like, you have 2 tolls open and you have the line all the way back. So we're working on trying to get that figured out too. But good feedback. But it's important for me to hear what's on your minds. And so I'm putting that out there as an offer to you. Like, if you ever just want me to hear an idea, or if you have a concern with something, or if you just want to say hi, talk football, no, whatever. But don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have something, because I do want to hear from you. We'll try to do this more frequently too, so that we can actually hear kind of what's on everybody's mind. But I do appreciate all of you. As I mentioned at the beginning, you are our most valued guest. I really appreciate a lot of you that I've had the opportunity to get to know a little bit, and look forward to getting to know others more too as we continue this journey together. But your help by giving us feedback will help us make this park the best park that it can be, and I think we've got a lot of opportunity here to make it a really, really cool place. So thank you for being here today. We'll be out on the patio. There's food out on the patio, and there's some special guests out on the patio waiting to meet you all, and so we'll see you out there in a few minutes.